welcome to the world of shakers and rattles. Now I want to introduce you to the really beautiful sound variety of the different rattles and shakers you see here. I will start with the most natural one, this very small one, with a soft sound. It's from the poppy corn, and you just go to the poppy field and plug one capsule, and then you dry it, and then you have this beautiful, soft, gentle sound. That's basically for lullabies maybe, but yeah, you can use it in a very good way. Then we have here, it's from Guatemala, and it's made out of pumpkin. This is dried, and then small stones are filled in, and it's glued again, and it makes this kind of quite loud sound. Then next you have this. You see the painting is in the style of the Australian native people. Basically, I guess this is the bamboo. So this is the kind of Australian style. And then you have the classical, the egg, the shaker. It's used in Europe a lot. It's very easy to find everywhere. And there we have a beautiful one made by an old lady in Poland with a beautiful painting on it. It's very, very comfortable because it has the ideal weight, and the sound is not too loud, not too soft. Beautiful. Okay, and I want to, because everyone might think like, yeah, but to play the rattle or shaker is easy. And somehow it is, but actually it needs a good precision to play it, because you hear there's a lot of movement inside the shaker, inside this egg. And so if you really want to play it precise, you have to work a lot with your body. Basically, the sound comes from the movement of your hand. So the basic movement is forward and backward. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the ideal way of working with it is that you are really in connection also with the inside, that you feel where the small stones are moving. So you have to be in tune with the shaker somehow to feel. When you shake it like this, you can feel that it's turning around and moving around inside. So when you get in contact with this, and explore how big is the movement inside, and then you change your movement of the hand, the sound is changing from very small to bigger. So take your time to explore your personal rattle or shaker. And I will show you now an easy exercise for the start of the shaking, so you get really precise. You make in the beginning small movements with your hand. back and forward, and in both directions you make sound. And then from this you put accents to one direction. Like, for example, now I make the accent on moving my hand forwards. It's a bit like you want to throw it away. Your hand is not like with full tension, not like, but quite loose. You hold it strong and it's like you throw the egg away. And then you do the same in the other direction. So this exercise you can do for a while, like just putting the focus forward or backward. And then a very basic rhythm with the shaker. So the movement is so you have the main accent you have going in this direction. And if you do the movement just without the egg, it's like now you put the egg. Okay, in between, shake your arm with your shaker. Okay. And if you do it slower, like okay, and now I will combine it with another sound, for example, snapping. Like in one hand I snap a straight beat, and with the other hand I play the shaker. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can watch, the sound of the shaker is mainly really through a kind of movement and the specific movement of your hands. So this would be the egg. This would be this was a basic rhythm for the egg. Now I want to play with this shaker, and this would be a bit different, of course, because you hold it here, and you can accompany in a nice way your songs with it. As the shaker is so beautiful blue, I will sing a water song for the element of water, and play with this. And it's the same, like the movement gives the sound. One and two and three and four and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ire were were nita oshun. Ire were were. Ire were were nita oshun. Ire were were nita ya. Oshakimi wa nita oshun. Cheke, 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 nitaya. Ire were were. Ire were were nita oshun. Ire were were. Ire were were nita oshun. Ire were were nita ya. Oshakimi wa nita oshun. Cheke, 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 nita ya. Ire were were. Ire were were nita oshun. Ire were were. Ire were were nita oshun. Ire were were nita ya. Oshakimi wa nita oshun. Cheke, 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 nita ya. Ire were were. So with this simple basic rhythm you can accompany a lot of songs. But you can also really bring the music forward, like to strengthen the energy with the shaker. And you can play it like in this more soft or more groovy way, but also really like so then basically the seeds move from one side to the other without breaking between. It's So sometimes when you accompany drums or something like this in the music, you really go in this way, like. Then really explore. This is really an instrument you have to explore on your own to find, because it depends totally on the size and the way it is built, that really you move the corn, the seeds, in a specific way, and this is more the work of your exploration. How does it move? So if you want to make an accent, you just push it into one direction. Okay, so this is enough for now with this rattle, this shaker, and now I will take a louder one. This is the one made of pumpkin. So you hear the sound is quite strong. And if you, it's actually very easy. If you want to make this kind of tension, adventurous sound, like the rattlesnake does with its tail, then you just simply shake it. Shake it faster or slower. Movement comes out of your wrist. Your arm is more in tension than you just. And you use your tension like to go stronger and then slow it down again. And slow it down again. And of course you also can play a straight rhythm with it. The tricky thing with the shaker, if you play it to a straight rhythm, is that you always have to attack also when you move it, because it sounds also when you make this movement, it starts to sound, even if you just want to make the accent like. So if you really want to have the spot on accent, you could use it like a like you push it. So you hold it and you move your wrist and you make this kind of pushing movement. Again, like you throw something. Then you have the straight sound, the straight beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see this is a lot of tension in my arm. So I'll show you it from the side. So the focus is really the movement downwards to push. and you have a lot of tension. And you can also go fast with this. You can imagine the movement like you hammer a nail into a piece of wood. Then the rhythm of the shaker builds a kind of really solid structure. And in comparison, when you play it like the sound is much more gentle and groovy compared to this. So you decide and choose what you want to accompany, or which kind of music you want to accompany, or maybe you will sing with the rattle. So it's your choice. So to repeat all the things from the shakers right now is, with this you can also play very more precise ways, like in the way that you use it like a hammer, like I showed you. And you also, when you move your hand further and back, forward and back, you have this kind of Then again, I repeat the big shaker. You can also use it like or okay, and then you have the small egg. This is more also when you accompany music like with more than just drum instruments, this would be a good choice to have an egg with you. Again, the sound comes from the movement of your arm and hand. To remember, you hold it between your fingers like this and just move it. And experiment with it and explore the kinds of sounds. With the egg, you can also do one funny thing. If you take it to your hand and you open, you hold it with your thumb. You can change the sounds when you open or close your hand, like you have it in your hand or it's open. Okay, and the last thing now I want to show you is to use two of them. And for this we take these two. And with one, I just play the straight rhythm. And through the various movement, if you move one hand in front and the other back, you can also have funny sounds. So basically here you move and together. Okay, so all kind of shaking and rattling. Yeah, thank you for your attention and let's have fun with the shakers. Thank you.
What were your funniest moments with rattles?
You can have fun with all kinds of instruments. Yeah, but actually I had many funny moments with rattles. For example, when I learned to play the kashishi. This is a African rattle. It's the shikare or kashishis. You have various African rattles, like mainly also made out of either pumpkins with small pearls around it, and you really throw them like shikare, or play, and then you also have the kashishis. It looks like the we don't have here such a thing, but you put it in your two hands and you can turn it around and it makes different sounds. And I remember when we learned this, I was in this kind of school, and we learned also, we had a lot of fun, like putting the rattles into our clothes and then jumping, like in the making with the movements, having the sounds. So you can also train with your rattles. If you want to have fun, you put it into your clothes and then you jump around and you learn how to do the rattle sound with jumping around. So this is fun.
If you could be one of those rattles, which one would you be?
Oh, wait. I will be this. Soft but natural. Yes. Listen, listen.
There you go. 3, 2, 1, action.